I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me.
Aloha! Welcome to Unity Church of Maui's Sunday service. A man takes a long walk to the top of the mountain. And when he gets to the top, a guru meets him. And the guru says, "I can answer any questions that you have." And the man replies, Where are my sunglasses? It's really bright up here. And the guru replies, "They're on top of your head." And the man finds the sunglasses and says, "Oh, thank you for sharing your perspective. I just couldn't see." And then he turns as if he's to leave. And the guru says, "Wait, that's it? You came all the way up here for that, to find your sunglasses?" And the man says, "Yes, thank you." And the guru says, "What's going on? I haven't had another visitor up here to ask me for advice in 15 years. And the man says, "Oh, I guess you haven't heard about Google." You know, if that man was totally focused and totally centered and totally present, he would have realized that his sunglasses were on top of his head. And that's what we're talking about today, is how can we be totally present in the moment so that wherever we are, whatever we're doing, we can be present right now. Because when we are totally present, we're able to connect with our higher self, with our Christ self, with our Buddha self, with the essence and the truth of who we are. So I look today to talk about how can we find that center, and I'm going to give us one exercise to do that. The Buddha said, "The secret of health for both mind and body is not to mourn for the past, not to worry about the future, or not to anticipate troubles, but to live in the present moment, wisely and earnestly." So today we're going to focus on the third part of this quote. The last 2 weeks we've talked about the first two. This one says, "Live in the present moment, wisely and earnestly." So how can we do that? How can we be present? And what does it mean to be present in the moment? Being present means to be here and now, right now, wherever we are, whatever we are doing, and to be present in a way that we're mindful. So it's like, we're just aware of what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and what's going on around us in a way that allows us to be genuine and honest and perfectly present. So to live in the moment sincerely and earnestly means that we make an intelligent, mindful, and present effort to be available to whatever is happening in our lives at any particular moment. And when we are, and the more we are, present-minded, we're able to be healthy and to be happy and to not get caught up in anxiety or fear or worrying or ruminating about the past or concerned about the future. We're able to just be present to right now. So let's breathe into that and to feel that and to let yourself be present right now. Even as you're listening and watching this video, can you just be present right now, in this moment, to fully be aware of what you're thinking, what you're feeling, how you are being. So the practice that we're going to talk about today as a way of experiencing the fullness of the moment, or being present, is to do something that is out of the box. And when we try something new and something different, and you might think of something that you've done that was new, and a time you did something that was totally new. Maybe the first time you rode a bike, or the first time you went to a particular restaurant that you like. You may remember that you are totally present and focused in that moment. Can you recall that? So that's what we're talking about today, is what can we do that's different to practice being present. I recently read a book review for a book that's titled Beginners, The Joy and Transforming Power of Lifelong Learning. And the author of the book is Tom Vanderbilt. And in this review, it talked about how he was inspired, and the impetus for this book and that changed his life was going to his daughter's was on a chess team, and she went to a weekend chess match, and he was sitting on the side watching all of the young adults playing chess. And he noticed how intense they were and how present they were. And if you've played chess, you know that you have to be totally aware and present in order to play that game, because it's so involved and so complicated, yes? And so he's watching these children play chess. And then he looks around the room, and all the children's parents were sitting around the room, and what were they doing? Well, you can probably guess. They were looking at their phones, checking their email or playing games or whatever they were doing. And what he said was, what kind of a role model, or what is the precedent that the parents are setting by being involved with their phones? And here the children are learning, and so his thought was that it's okay to learn if you're young, but not if you're old. And I've noticed in my own life, being of a certain age, it's easy to sort of get into a rut of doing the same things all the time, right? And because it's easy and it's there, and when we do so, when we are in a rut, we aren't in the moment. And you can, if you really pay attention, you can notice what you're feeling when you're in that rut. You feel sort of stuck and sort of stagnant. And I know for myself, I can almost feel like bogged down. And it's in those times that I'm hoping you'll be inspired by this talk to explore some different avenues to get yourself out of the rut. So what Tom did was really interesting, is after this weekend with his daughter, he decided to learn how to play chess. And he started reading about it and started playing chess. And then he noticed that he was able to be present in the moment when he played chess. And he thought, wow, this is great. And so he went on and started drawing. He took singing lessons. He started juggling, and he even took up surfing. And in the magazine review of the book, there's a picture of him surfing I think he's in his 40s or something. And what he discovered in all these things was that it gave him the ability to be present in the moment. And isn't that so true when we try something new? So my affirmation for today is, I live in this present moment and enjoy my healthy mind, body, and spirit. Research shows that there are several ways to improve our health and to improve the health of our brains, and basically it breaks down to learning something new, to sort of having some mental sweat, which helps our brain to create new cells and strengthen the connection between the cells. When we do something new, we are exercising the brain and really creating new neural pathways in our brain that help us to build our concentration, to help us to be able to have attention to detail, to have more memory recall, to be able to solve more complex problems, And a great benefit also is that it helps us reduce the chances of developing dementia. So all of the skills that we can develop through trying new things happen because we are engaged in life, because we are totally present. And some of the benefits of that are that, when we are engaged in our life, we are more interested too in others, because we have more things that we are empowered to talk about. And also, when we develop this connection, we can relate to more people, because it's like our cells are firing at a higher level, and so we can be more present. And also, it helps us to build self-esteem when we are coming from this place of connectedness. And we make more friends, and we set a good example when we try new things, because we're showing ourselves and we're showing our friends and people around us, and we're showing young people the importance of learning. And we know that continuing to learn improves the quality of our lives. And the more we learn, the faster we'll learn, the easier we'll learn. And another benefit is that when we are constant learners, it helps to feed these cells in our minds so that we can be more creative. Recently I've been doing these videos for Unity Church of Maui, and I've been editing them with a software called DaVinci Resolve. And when I first started doing it, it was mind-boggling. And I really had to sit down and I had to focus. In essence, I had to stretch my brain to get it to wrap around all the concepts and all the possibilities that using this software has for me. And now it feels like it's I sort of got the basics, and now it's like I want to grow and I want to do more things and I want to be more creative with the software. And I find I really get a charge out of learning more about it. Another thing that I've done recently that's been really empowering for me is to play the ukulele. I don't know if I ever intend on playing it up here on this platform at Unity Church of Maui. But what I find is after I've spent an hour or so playing the ukulele, I feel totally invigorated. And maybe it's because, I'm so focused on what I'm doing and my brain is active, and then I'm singing along and I've got all this stimulation and excitement happen. It's really empowering. And what I notice that I think perhaps is the most powerful thing is that when I am done playing the ukulele, I feel like I've done something for myself. I feel like I really contributed to myself by doing something creative and something that I love. And I just feel empowered by the whole process. You might ask, but isn't it difficult to learn something new? Yes, it is. And both DaVinci Resolve and playing the ukulele are difficult for me. But what I've discovered is it is in that difficulty and in that necessity to really concentrate and focus, and the fact that it stretches me, I find really is empowering and advantageous. So, what would you be willing to try? Is there anything that you can think of that feels like it would be something that you could do to empower yourself, to empower your creativity, to help you to connect with the essence that you are? And remember, this is one of many practices that we can use to practice and to be focused, to be present to ourselves. So I've got some ideas, if you didn't think of them, of some things that you might possibly consider. And you might consider walking a different way, going to the beach and walking in a different place or going to a different beach, or swimming someplace different than where you usually swim. To take a walk in a different part of town. When was the last time you went to Paia and walked around that beautiful, quaint town up country? Or to try a different kind of meditation. I know for myself recently I've been experimenting with loving kindness meditation and some meditations to music, and just really trying to do this practice in a different way. And this is all about doing things differently. You might learn to play an instrument. An ukulele is, as they say, a relatively simple instrument to learn. You might take singing lessons. You might take up a new hobby. You might volunteer for the food bank. You might go to a Toastmasters meeting if doing what I do inspires you to speak. Or you might play some board games with some friends. And play some games that you're not used to playing. Playing a new game gives us the opportunity in the same way to stretch ourselves and to do something that might seem difficult initially. You might participate in a class on YouTube. There's a gob of classes. That's where I do most of my ukulele playing, is on YouTube. There's also painting classes. You might take a physical fitness class on YouTube or do some yoga. And if you're really looking for something interesting to do, you could raise chickens or goats or ducks or rabbits. But the idea is to shake yourself up, to give yourself the opportunity to be present, doing something new, to activate that creative essence within you. I believe that we are all born with the essence and the desire and the ability to be creative, and that really is what life is about. And the more we are creative, the more we activate the brain cells that we have and expand the neural pathways, and the more we find that we enjoy life, and the more we find that we can be present in this moment. So I'd like to read the words to you from a Daniel Nahmod song that's titled Everything New. Bring it on. Everything new. Everything different. Everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. Oh, I know it's going to be everything new. I'm through crying. I'm through waiting. I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that'll never return. I think I've finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I'm through grooving. I'm not through grooving. I'm ready to get in the groove. But I'm through grieving. I'm through waiting that the life I had would come back. No more wishing on someone else's star. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for the next thing to do. I know it's going to be everything new. I love that song. And you can, if you're watching this video on Zoom, you'll see Daniel Nahmod's song. And if you're watching it on YouTube, you can find this song, Everything New, on YouTube. Today, I live in this present moment and enjoy a healthy mind, healthy body, and healthy spirit. And so it is. Let's join together for a short time in meditation. And I invite you to close your eyes. And let's take a deep breath, breathing into this moment. Relaxing, being focused and centered, and at ease, knowing that this is a relaxing place, wherever you are. Breathing in and breathing out. Bringing your awareness into the center of your body, perhaps to the area around your heart. Just being present to that. And I invite you again to think of a time when you did something new. Something that excited you, something that allowed you to be totally present. Maybe something that involved a little bit of energy or a little bit of doubt or a little bit of fear. And just see if you can recall that and bring that energy of excitement into your memory right now. Perhaps you can feel it going someplace new, doing something challenging. And feel that energy, feel that excitement, and how you were present in that moment to whatever it was you were doing. And just as you're feeling this energy, imagine that you can turn up the volume on it. So you're feeling the intensity and the excitement. Breathing in. And let's take just a moment or two to embrace this feeling of excitement, of newness, of presence in the silence. And breathing in and breathing out. And as you breathe deeply and exhale, gently allow your awareness to return to this moment. To feel whatever it is alive for you in this moment. And I invite you to open your eyes whenever you're ready. Namaste. So say this affirmation with me. Today I live, I'll say it once first just to remind you. Today I live in this present moment and enjoy my healthy mind, body, and spirit. Let's say that together. Today I live in this present moment and enjoy my healthy mind, body, and spirit. And so it is. Thank you for being with us today. And I invite you now to prepare a love offering or contribution to Unity Church of Maui so that you can participate in the energy of this amazing work that we get to do. And as you prepare your gift to perhaps take a look at your life and take a look at what you're willing to commit yourself to doing this week. And perhaps that is to commit yourself to trying something new and something different. And to see the offering that you are preparing as a way of committing yourself to this amazing change in your life and this amazing exercise of being present. So as you hold your gift, I invite you to picture yourself doing something new and feeling the excitement that comes and the presence that comes and the connection to your higher self that you will get as you explore, step out of the box, and do something new. And so, as we hold our intention to give, let's affirm and pray together our affirmation of prosperity, which begins, through a grateful giving heart, my mind and life overflow with the abundance of God's all-providing, infinite supply. And so it is. Amen and namaste. And if you're wondering how you can donate to Unity Church of Maui, we've got a couple ways. You can put your check in the mail and send it to Unity Church of Maui at 483 South High Street in Wailuku. And you can also go to our website, which is www.unityonmaui.org, and click on our Save Donate button and donate there as well. So thank you in advance for your contributions to our work. And let's see, I've got just a couple announcements to make. You know, we're in the middle of a capital campaign to raise funds for a new van, and we're doing pretty well. Our goal is $10,000, and as of right now, we're at $2,125. So thank you for everyone who has given to us, and thank you for everyone who is going to give to us. Your gifts are much appreciated, and we look forward to the day when we will be right back here in this beautiful building on High Street and shuffling all our wonderful people back and forth between the county building and here. So thank you for your gifts. And if you enjoy our Zoom lessons, you can always go to our YouTube lessons. You can always go to our YouTube page and find a whole bunch of Sunday lessons there, as well as music from the past. And I hope that you'll enjoy that. And I think that's about it for today. So thank you for being here. God bless you. I love you. I bless you. I appreciate you. And I behold the Christ in you. And as a way of saying goodbye, saying aloha to each other for now, let's affirm and pray together our prayer for protection, which begins, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is. God bless you. Mahalo and aloha.
Where I live, there are rain.